Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoy what you're seeing, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you want to reach out to us and ask us any questions, you can reach out to us at info@tntvisa.com. Again, that's info@tntvisa.com. Or you can send us a message via WhatsApp or text at 754-610-7266. Again, it's 754-610-7266. If you need any additional information about immigration or our firm, you can always go to www.tntvisa.com. It's www.tntvisa.com. So thank you very much for watching. Today, we're going to discuss a little bit about why it's important to hire an attorney. I do have people that reach out to me and ask me questions on, do I need an attorney to do this? And the answer is there's nothing that you could not do on your own. If you want to build a house, you can build a house on your own. If you want to pave your own driveway, you can pave your driveway on your own. There's nothing in the world that you cannot do on your own. But the question is, can you do it the right way? And sometimes you can't. Yeah, you can build a house the right way. I mean, you can build a house on your own, but is it going to have the electricity the right way? Is it going to have the plumbing the right way? Is it going to have, are the angles going to be the right way? Is the drywall going to be put up the right way? Are you going to have the roof the right way? Is it going to leak? No, you're going to rely upon people that know how to do this. You're going to rely upon contractors. You're going to rely upon people that can see and verify what they are doing, that have years of experience. And the same thing is true with immigration. Why? Because if you do the wrong thing, you will have trouble. There are many of people that try to do things on their own and think that they can do it on their own. And then immigration comes to them and they see something that you didn't see and you didn't know and you didn't understand because you don't understand immigration law. And it's not that you can't get any information. There's plenty of information out there, but immigration is constantly changing. There's technicalities to every single thing. The regulations are constantly changing. The way that they apply the regulations are changing. The laws don't change, but how they apply the laws is constantly changing. And only an immigration attorney that is constantly working on the file and reviewing things is going to understand and know about that. So you do need to rely upon an immigration attorney when you are filing something, even if it's something simple. I know that I've discussed this before, but it's such a good example that I'm going to repeat it. And this is a case of an engineer and his wife, who was a financial consultant for a huge company and was actually a senior vice president for this company, who decided to file on their own. He was Canadian, she was an American citizen. They didn't think anything of it. They filed, they left, they came back in. When they came back in, it triggered an immigration inquiry. He ended up putting in deportation proceedings, and then he had to hire us to actually get him out of deportation proceedings, refile the whole process, make an argument on why he shouldn't be deported, and get him the residency. And something that would have cost them, a couple $1,000s in the beginning ended up costing them over $10,000 because they tried to do it on their own to save some money. They would have just talking to us beforehand. We would have given them advice on every single step. We've had clients that will not tell us, hey, this is what they're doing, and we don't have the information. And what ends up happening is they file a petition, they do something, they get denied, they come to us at the end saying, we got denied, what can we do? We have to look at it, and it's literally looking at the file and saying, this is why you got denied. If you would have done this instead, you would have had no issue. Or situations where people think that they're hiring an attorney, like they think that they're hiring an attorney and they're hiring a notary, and a notary is not the same as an attorney. Notarios in South America are a different situation, but notarios in the United States are not attorneys. They don't know how to do immigration law. And so they may get you something, but it ends up being denied. I had another case with a client where he filed with a notario. He got a work permit through the notario, then marries a U.S. citizen, and we come into it, we find out that he's been deported, that he has an order of deportation because immigration found out about him through this notario, realized he wasn't in the United States legally anymore, put him in deportation proceedings. He never showed up. He wasn't even aware of it because the notario never told him about it, came to us, and we had to fix the whole situation to, again, get him a green card. A very simple process because he married a U.S. citizen. Now, the more complicated processes, such as investor visas or L1 visas or H1B visas or TN visas or O1 visas, those you definitely need an attorney, because the attorney is not just going to tell you if you're eligible for it, but a good attorney is actually going to formulate and strategize an argument to the officer to make it clear to the officer that this is a petition that should be approved. They should present the evidence in a way that the officer can look at anything and everything to verify it. They should be giving information that verifies your statements. For example, whenever we file anything, we want to make sure that we have supporting documents. If we say A, B, and C, and it's backed up by supporting documents, then D, if we say D, which is an inference, is more likely to be true. It's just simple nature, because the officer can look at and verify the statements we're making, verify that the information is correct, and then once they verify that it's correct, they then say, yes, this inference is more than likely correct as well. So you want to work with attorneys that actually know what they're doing, because again, the attorneys know the law. They know immigration law. They know what's the best way for you. They're looking at things from a good immigration attorney is looking at things from the officer's point of view, making sure they address any issues before the officer asks for it. Again, as I said earlier, it's the same as building a house. Can you build a house on your own? Of course you can build a house on your own. Is it recommended that you build a house on your own? No, because you know that electricians, plumbers, roofers, drywallers, contractors, carpenters know how to do it better and will be able to put it in place so that it works properly. It's the same thing for immigration. It's the same thing with doctor. If you want to go to, immigration attorneys have the experience, they have the knowledge, they know what the officers are looking for. When I sit in an interview at immigration with a client and the officer's asking them questions, I know why the officer's asking questions, and I can go back and talk to the clients afterwards and say, this is what he's asking. Or if there's an issue that comes up because of the questions that he asked, I can then say, this is what we need to do so that we can get the information before we actually, so we can file as quickly as possible the response, because we know that they're giving a request. So we would highly recommend, based on what we've seen in life, through practicing immigration law for over 10 years, that you hire an immigration attorney, because they are going to best be able to protect you and give you the best opportunity, the best chance for success. So if you have any questions or any information for us, please, leave them in the comments. Email us at info@tntvisa.com. You can text us at 754-610-7266. Again, it's our WhatsApp number as well, 754-610-7266. And if you like what you saw today and you want to watch additional things, like our YouTube channel. We will be constantly sending videos describing what's going on in immigration and why and any changes in immigration. For example, there's a recent change that anybody who's coming into the United States following November is likely going to have to prove that they have been vaccinated from COVID. So if you have any questions, please reach out to us. And if you like what you've seen today, please subscribe to our YouTube channel.